So, man, I think this is a good day, right? It's a real good day, man. It's especially because I've been seeing this. And I really couldn't wait for somebody else but me to say this. As I've been on YouTube, okay, I study a lot of things about music and everything like that. And sometimes a lot of stuff about certain artists will pop up in my news feed. And I've been seeing a lot of talk about what's been going on with Young Thug. Man, I cannot stand that name, Young Thug. Dude, come on, bro. It's crazy, but I've been seeing a lot of talk about this, and I've been seeing multiple people say gangster rap is dead because of Young Thug. Or not just because of him, but because of what had went on with him. Like, y'all, look, a lot of y'all know the story. I'm not here to retell the story. But they said because he got caught telling and all this other stuff, that means gangster rap is dead. You want to know what I feel like about that? Thank God that gangster rap is dead. I hope it's dead. I'm not lying to you. I hope so bad that we as people learn to just move on from that. Like, for real. Okay? I get it. One man's music is another man's noise. One man's noise, another man's music. That's just life. Right? All my life, I thought rap was music, rock was noise. Some people would say rock is music and rap is noise. I get it. I have since then learned to like all sounds of music, but I got very particular messages in music that I find to like be the same regardless of what the music sound like, And if gangster rap is dead, that's good, because our music did not start as gangster. It didn't become that, at its conception. That's not what it was ever meant to be. That's what it got turned into by the people that run and own these labels who ain't us, right? Like, I hate to sound like I'm making this a race thing, but in some way, shape, or form, that's got a lot to do with it, though, right? If any of y'all seen my 3 kids, y'all would know. Okay, yeah, that guy's not, somebody that's all about race things, right? So, like, I always got to say that because a lot of what I talk about these days got a lot to do with race. And I wish we would have been comfortable with having these discussions. I wish we would have been comfortable with having these discussions a long time ago, so that way we can have a healthy view of stuff. But these people that run and own these labels, they was the ones who was in charge of what kind of music our people is allowed to put out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was the ones who was in charge of all of that, not us. Our music started out as fun, exciting. Our music started out, teaching people how to think and be critical thinkers and be intelligent and just be decent professionals and having an education and stuff like that. And then somebody who ain't us, who don't know what it's like to be us, probably don't even like us, to be honest with you, but they just make money off of us, and then leave us hanging high and dry after they use us up for all we got, like they did Michael Jackson. They the ones that's like, nah, man, we need that gangster stuff. Why? Because we want your people to be the face of degeneracy. Your people got to be the face of poverty. Your people got to be the face of womanizers. Your people got to be the face of thugs and killers and all that other kind of stuff. Like, and they ain't us at all. Like, they don't give back to our communities or nothing like that. Heck, I mean, like, they sign our people to their labels, and our people ain't even allowed to give back to their communities, for real. right? I mean, like, these are people that won't even let our people earn a living off of their craft unless they willing to be outright degenerates and then teach us how to be that way through the music. That's sad when you think about it. And for somebody other than a believer in God to say that gangster rap is dead, thank freaking. All right, look, no, look, let me not say it like that, because I'm just getting too passionate about it. But thank God. Thank God. I'm so glad. The day somebody like Young Thug came out in the first place, like, what year was that? 2016, something like that, when, like, you know, he was like first mainstream or whatnot. Oh, it was dead then. As soon as I seen the direction this was going, I said, yeah, I'm out of here, man. Y'all can have this. Oh, no, I'm good. Y'all can have this, man. No, I don't want nothing to do with none of this. Y'all can keep it. Dead serious. But it took for him to get caught snitching for y'all to say gangster rap is dead, as if he was ever the face of what it meant to be gangster. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I don't know what y'all was thinking to even believe that he was some kind of gangster in the first place. I mean, just because he make the music that kind of sound like it don't mean that. And like, anybody can make music, man. Like I've made music like since I was like, 15 years old. I know if you a good artist, you can make anything regardless of who you is. A whole lot about who you is really do determine what you make. But come on, man, it like it really ain't impossible. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just not, right? But what we really need, because it's really time to open up the doors for a new wave. And I don't like being one of them kind of people to talk about what we need, and I ain't showing you how to do it. You know what I'm saying? But still, because like it's something I've been seeing that I don't think a lot of people have been seeing. But we have been having a new wave, or I mean multiple waves, but it's all kind of similar though. A new wave of music that ain't got nothing to do with trying to be the face of gangsters and thugs and whatnot. Like, our people need to learn how to get out of that stuff, because that's what's really been keeping us down all these years. Like, for real, it really have. Like a lot of people say that being a thug, a gangster, and all that other kind of stuff is black culture. No, it's not. That's never been us. Never. No, somebody else socially engineered us to become like that. That's not who we are. We have always been kings, professionals. We have always been children of the Most High God. We have always been hardy people who can tolerate a whole lot and have compassion on people. We have always been people who a lot of people had a lot of respect for, and we also been people that a lot of people had respect for, but grudgingly, because they were afraid of us. To be all the way honest with you, I don't need nobody to be afraid of me. Like, honestly, like, I'm not afraid of anybody else. I don't think anybody else should walk around being like that. But before we got to America, us here in America, look, I might not really want to talk about that like today. Y'all heard me talk about this already. But all I want to say is this: we need a new wave of music that is marketable to our children. We need a new wave of music that is digestible to our children, that won't destroy them mentally and emotionally and spiritually, right? As far as secular music is concerned, we need that. Now, as far as how people make it sound like in my community, and that's like the Christian community, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times we automatically associate secular with evil. But like when it come to music, secular is evil, right? But then like you'll be the same person to say, well, you know, I got a secular job, and they talk about working at a hot dog stand. Like secular does not automatically mean bad or wicked or evil. It just means not religious. That's it. So as far as the secular music is concerned, it's a new wave of music that people are liking a whole lot, and that's more positive messages. Like that's more positive messages. Even if it talk about some street stuff in there, it's like the overall message of the music is meant to be positive, regardless of what topics it might have in the lyrics. It's like the overall intent behind this song is designed to be able to shape and mold the mind frames of our young people to be better people. That's what I mean. I've been seeing a lot of people coming up on this right now, man, and it's great. Like I've been seeing a lot of Christian rappers, bro. They hard. I mean, you talking about Christian rap these days? It's harder. It's more heartfelt. It's solid. Like, bruh, like, look, like it ain't even about the bars. Like it ain't about the bars. It ain't about the beat. It's about the message. Like it's about the impact that the message have on somebody's mind, soul, and spirit. But as far as a lot of the secular music I've been hearing, it's hard too. And ain't nobody teaching you how to be a thug or a killer or a gangster or a womanizer or a dealer or just none of that. And it's like the music is just becoming so timeless to where you sitting back thinking like, man, this is great. I'm glad gangster rap is dying. We never needed that in the first place. We never did. Like, I mean, just think about it, man. Like, I think one of the biggest problems the black community has had, other than racism, slavery, social engineering, I think it has been music too. Like we could have been came up as a people if it wasn't for the monkey wrench that got threw in the game through gangster music. Like we could have been came up as a people if it wasn't for that monkey wrench that got threw in the game, and somebody that wasn't our people, they created that, not us. I mean, we had the Black Panthers, bro. But like that's the only gang we needed for real, the Black Panthers, and they was good. And every time our people do something good for our people, they get treated like terrorists. And it's always somebody trying to make sure we stay down. Always, every time we turn around. And it's not your everyday run-of-the-mill white American guy. It's not even him. They cool with us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they cool with us for real. It's something else. It's something else. But as far as this stuff that I've been seeing about how gangster music is dead, thank God. We never needed that. Our people could do better without that. Even gangsters know this. It's just that they don't know what else to do because this is all they know. This is all they know how to talk. It's like they got like a gift for music, but all they can make is what's in them. If they had another option, they probably wouldn't do it. Like they just don't know what else to do. Like they don't know what. Like they don't know what else people like. Like they don't know anything other than that. And it's time to expose to our people there is something other than that out here for us. It really is. Our children are interested in God. I don't know if y'all know this, but they really is. Our children like the supernatural, the spiritual stuff. They really are interested in that. How come you think so many young kids are entertaining demons these days? It's really because they really want something that only the supernatural can give us, and the only thing popular is the devil. If they could have came across God first, they would have loved it, but because they didn't, and like honestly, like I'm not gonna lie, like at large, I'm not speaking for everybody, but I'm saying like at large, the local church failed us. See, the local church, they don't know how to keep it all the way real with us no more. Like they don't know how to answer the questions people have at young ages about God and stuff like that. They can help this make sense to them. But like they too afraid to be all the way raw and real because the truth is not marketable. But our kids want stuff like this. They really do. And before the devil give it to them, I'm gonna make sure somebody who was sent by God give it to them. I am. Like but like a lot of people about to see a whole different side of me. They're gonna be like, bro, what happened to him? Like a lot of people gonna see a whole different side of me. Like I was just telling somebody a couple days ago, I have changed a lot. Ever since the beginning of the summer, I'm not the same person no more. And it's got a lot to do with this. I've been seeing a lot of stuff for real. Our kids need better music to listen to. They really do. Like, I don't think anybody who grew up in the streets really want their kids to grow up the way they did. Like, only people that ain't really street for real think that stuff cool. Like, I mean, back in the days when people sold drugs for a living, they really didn't want to have to do that. They just wanted to get out of the projects. But now y'all grow up wanting to sell drugs for a living. No, like at a point in time, people thought that's all they could do, and they would do anything not to do that. Our kids need music that's going to be all the way real and raw with them, and straight up real and raw. That's going to teach them the stuff you wish you knew before you turned 18 and got out here in the real world and realized this was harder than you thought it would be. All the life lessons you wish you could have learned. That's what they really need music about. And they don't need kiddie music. They need music that's going to help them grow up and be professionals and believers in God and loving people and solid people, real people. But you know, like people that know how to keep their word, and you know, people that stand on business, and educated, and all of that kind of stuff. They need music that's going to teach them how to think, not teach them like to dumb themselves down, like just to fit in with the spirit of the age. Like for real, I'm so glad people been saying gangster rap is dead. Thank God. We never needed this, ever. But if that's all you know, I understand you don't know how to think about it another way because that's all you know. I want you to know more than that. I do. And with that being said, I thank y'all for listening to this. I really do. Thank y'all a whole lot for listening, man. But y'all keep in mind what I'm saying right now. Y'all gonna start paying attention to exactly what I'm saying. You know what? It's this more positive but raw and real music that people are really beginning to like these days. Really beginning to like. Like this brotherhood music and like, you know what I'm saying? Look, this be a good role model. People like stuff like that. It just can't sound corny. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just can't sound corny. Like, people don't want all that, man. It's like, no, just keep it real with me, bro. Like, quit trying to, be SpongeBob. Like, no, like, our kids don't need SpongeBob, man. They need somebody that's gonna be for real, for real. Like, our kids need to be taught about stuff that people be scared to talk about. They want that. I mean, they grow up and be in school every day, being influenced by somebody who you wouldn't even want inside your house. And they got to fight through this every day at school and still grow up to be decent people. If we can reach them through the music, it'll be that much easier to see them grow up to be decent young men and women. For real. But if our music is teaching them how to be degenerates, I mean, we can't turn around and be mad at them when they end up doing 20 years behind bars. If this is the music we allow in our house, if this is the music we ourselves listen to in our car with them in the backseat at 3 years old, if our music is teaching them how to be womanizers, we can't be mad at our son when he's 17 and already got 3 baby mamas. And you teaching him how to be a husband and all this other kind of stuff, but yet you playing music that's showing him how to be a womanizer. Like, that's confusing. Like they don't know how to process that. Like, we sit here and tell our kids to graduate high school and get a diploma, but yet we playing music in the car with them on the way to school that glorify drug doing. That confuses them. We need music that got the same message in it that we teach them on ourselves. And not only do the kids need that, adults need it too. They need it more than kids do. Because they the ones that got to teach the kids. Like, for real. I remember when I first made a lot of changes in my life. I quit partying and drinking and stuff like that so much, quit running with the wrong crowd so much. And I remember my son was like 3 years old. And I began to get my life together and all of them kind of things. And I really started to think about the course of my life, like the way I was going. This is when I was still an artist at the time. And it was around the time I really became a family man and everything like that. And I remember it was something my son said to me that really got to me. I can't exactly remember how it was, but I do know it happened because I made one of the biggest changes in my life specifically because of it. And I've sat there thinking to myself, like, and now here I am, I'm trying to raise him and I'm trying to teach him principles that's opposite of what I talk about in my music. I literally quit making music because I didn't want to be a hypocrite. I loved music so much and I had to give it up because I didn't know how to make nothing else. Like, I didn't know how to make music that taught people how to be degenerates. Yeah, I mean, it was good sounding music, but was the message something that you can tolerate your kids becoming after all the work you put into them? And it was the most heartbreaking thing I ever had to do. I'm like, I don't know how to make other kind of music. Like, I wouldn't save the end either. And I said, I'd rather give up my music before I ever be a hypocrite. If I don't know how to do anything else, then, hey, like, I just need to keep it real, man. Like, I had to give up the one thing I knew how to do. All because I didn't want confusion in the mind of my own and my only son. I didn't. I remember he also, he used to come inside my studio and I'd be in there smoking and stuff like that. He said to me, he was like, Dad, you know what? I think smoking is cool. Yeah, like, it's cool. Like, when I grow up, I want to smoke too. I had to quit smoking just because of that. I'm like, you know what? All right. Like I couldn't even be mad at him. I'm like, you know what? All right. Well, smoking ain't cool. I wish I would have never started. And then we play music that glorify that, and we tell our kids not to do it. That's confusion. I'm so glad this music is dying. People bored of it anyway. I don't know how many songs about the same stuff we need to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is drying out anyway, man. It's drying out anyway. Like, dead serious. It just is. And like, that well was drying up. It is. But other than that, man, I want to say this again. I thank y'all for listening and tuning in and actually giving me your time just for a minute. I understand when certain type of music is all you know. I get it. I'm not here to condemn nobody about all they know. But what I am going to say is this. You can learn to like something else. You really can. Peace.